Welcome everyone back to the European Journeyman save. In today's episode, we have two Champions League fixtures. We're away in both of them. We're away to both Bundesliga sides, Borussia Dortmund and Freiburg. Since you last left us, things have been going very, very well. We obviously lost our first two games in the Champions League. We've thankfully picked up our first win in the Champions League, which is against Shakhtar. And it is an improvement on last year, because last time we played Shakhtar in the Champions League, we only beat them 2-0. So we actually beat them much more comfortably today. Oh, not today, but last time out, 5-1. So very good there. As you can see, the league and cup both going well. We've won every game in both. Still unbeaten in the league. Could we do an invincible season? That would be something special. But we've got Dortmund in the league, in the Champions League, and then we've got two league games that we'll play off camera, and then we'll come back for Freiburg to finish the episode off. So for the Dortmund game, we do have this as our lineup. A back in goal is Trubin, a back four of Grutfarm, Bejovic, Schlottiger, and Ruiz. Martin and Ullum in midfield. Diaz is currently injured, so he's going to miss today's game. Trincao on the right, back from injury, and he's been very, very good. 16 goals, our top goal scorer all season. Darvic on the left, Granheim and Garçon up top, because Oyono has picked up a torn calf muscle, which is going to see him out for quite a few months, so he's going to miss out. Thiago Mada is going to go to Braga in January as well, so his deal is already done. Villa also misses out from injury. Edwards is not fully fit, but he's going to sit on the bench because we don't have any other midfielders, so a little bit light in terms of bench options, but our first 11 is very good. So the one win in 3 does put us in the top 24. I think realistically, could we beat Dortmund? I don't know. We played them last year as well. We seem to get a lot of the same kind of teams. We do seem to get two very difficult last two games as well. I think a draw today would be a very good result. And then if we could go take that draw and then beat Freiburg, that would be a good result in my opinion. But a draw would be good today. But if we could get a win, that would really help us kick on. We are away from home though, so there is a good chance that it's going to be quite a difficult fixture for us. We have struggled to kind of make that gap up between us and sort of the better teams in the Champions League, the kind of teams that are finishing probably the top 12, I guess you could say, top 16 maybe. Those kind of teams that are up there, we really only get results against the kind of pot 4, maybe pot 3 teams, but pot 1 and 2, there is a bit of a gap between us and them. But we've not really seen much of this half. I mean, it's been quite an uneventful game so far, 0-0 to get started with. But like I say, if it stays like this for another half, I'm more than happy to take the point if we don't get a single highlight. We are getting a highlight though. Ruiz plays it into Ullum, who tries to find a forward pass, but it is intercepted. Martin does well to just cut in and chop it out, but he doesn't have the temperament to find the proper pass. But Ullum does well to cut out, and Garçon can turn, plays in Darvic, and this is a lovely move from us if we can get something here. Whipped in to Trincao, and Francisco Trincao puts us 1 goal up. He's been brilliant since he signed. He's honestly been, he could be player of the series so far. He's been that good. He's been that good, and he's been really good this year. He's had an injury that's kept him out, but even with that injury and the games he's missed, he's still our top goal scorer. He is in unbelievable form, and he's only just kind of okay. I don't know what it is. Something about his composure, maybe the flair, but something about him is just really clicking, especially this year. I mean, he's got 14-9, 8.33 average rating. He's honestly, he's been unbelievable. Very good from us. Let's try and hold on to it. Like I say, this would be a hell of a win, and we definitely want to do more than we did last year. I think if we can get in the top 24, that's an improvement. If we do win this game, we will have beaten the points total we got in the Champions League last season. So it wasn't just 4 points last year, just the 1 win and the draw. But a point today would also equal what we've done with a lot of games left to play. So a draw, not a bad result, but we are winning now, so I would like us to hold on. I do think we can beat Freiburg. I do think we can also beat PAOK as well, who we do play as well in the group of fixtures. We do have, I think it's Juventus and, I don't know. Is it Real Madrid, Man City maybe? I can't remember. There's some other big team in the lineup that we've got. A couple of the boys are looking a little bit tired, so we'll make a couple of changes. We'll bring Ronnie Edwards on for Martin. We really could use another centre mid, but unfortunately our boys are out injured. We will bring Albertengo on for Granheim, and we'll bring Rash on as well for Trincao. Trincao, great goal scorer. We'll bring Lopez on as well. Do I want to make 4 changes? You know what? We won't take Granheim off. We'll leave Granheim on. We'll just make the 3 changes for now. Granheim's probably a better pressing forward. So 3 changes there. Hopefully that doesn't negatively affect us, but we are looking very tired at trying to keep up with what's probably a bit of a fitter side than us. Edwards, what are you doing? Oh my God, we've got away with one. Edwards having a honking moment there. He does well to intercept it, but then just stood with the ball at his feet, didn't do anything with it, and we almost got caught in the counter. I was going to make a sub, but we do have another highlight. Darvic, there was a pass on if he could have got the turn on, but he doesn't. Trubin with the ball at his feet. This is a little bit risky, and Edwards, once again, I mean, that's not his fault there. He's put him in danger, but we are getting forward. Rash into Granheim, finds Ruiz on the left-hand side. Akers a space to run into, tries to send the ball up to Darvic, but it does come back to him. Edwards gets up for it, falls to Garçon, and we've gone 2-0 up, but was he offside is the question. VAR is going to take a look at it. I thought he might have just been offside. Oh, he was just offside. It has been disallowed. Remains 1-0. But we can catch them here. We can definitely catch them, right? Albertengo, you're coming on. Ruiz is having a poor game, so we'll bring Chris Evans on as well, who hasn't really started much, but anytime he's been come off the bench, he's been decent. So hopefully we can hold on to this. But we are definitely not being the better team today. We are FMing Dortmund. We're on the positive side of the FMing for once. And it looks like we might just get away with it. But we are 5 minutes away from full time. And Dortmund do swing one in, but Trubin does well to calmly and collectively come out and grab it. They are playing a lot of players forward. We really just, launch it long. Garçon gets there. Albertengo picks up the ball, plays it to Darvic. Lovely first touch. Can he find a man in the box? He does! Patricio Garçon gets his second, this time not offside. It is his first of the day, his second in the back of the net, but the first one that's not going to be ruled out. That's 2 assists for Darvic today. He's been a hell of a sign on a free transfer. And it is AGF 2, Dortmund 0. And not only have we won this game with the stats that you've seen on the left, we've actually won it with a clean sheet and 2 goals. That is madness. We've won the game. Brilliant stuff. Definitely against the run of play. I mean, we've taken our chances well, though. And we're in very good goal-scoring form, which is definitely going to play a part. So we've bettered our points total from last year. So now the goal's got to change. It was just to better it before. But now, I think with what's got to be a bit of a surprise win, we really need to keep it going. So I think the goal now is to get into the knockouts. Now, I don't think we'll get in the top 8, but if we can get in the top 24, I definitely think, considering we've got PAOK left, so that should be another 3 points. That will put us on 9. And then if we can beat Freiburg, that will put us on 12. And then these 2 probably don't matter as much. So let's go. We'll play Nordsjælland and Brøndby off camera, and we'll come back for the Freiburg game and hopefully try and get another win in the league, or in the Champions League, should I say. So for our second game of the episode, we are away to Freiburg, another Bundesliga side. Hopefully we can get another win in this Champions League game. Since you were last here, we have played 2 games off camera. We drew with Nordsjælland, quite a tough game, but we then beat Brøndby. So our every game won record, I don't even know what you'd call that, our winning streak, I guess, is over. We have officially drawn a game, which is a shame, but we are still unbeaten 15 games in. The league title's ours. I don't think we need to even show us winning that. I think we probably might not even see a single league game this season in the episodes. That'll be funny, because it's just so easy now for it. It's just so easy. It's not interesting for you, is it? So this is the team that we're going with. I think the Champions League is where we've got interest now, so we'll just focus on that until we get a job offer, because I think that's the main thing we're waiting for now. So in goal, we've got Trubin, a back 4 of Gruffarm, Bejovic, Schlottiger and Ruiz. Diaz and Martin in midfield, Trincao, Darvic, Granheim and Albertengo. Unfortunately, Garçon picked up a knock, so he's going to miss about a month of football. Ayono still coming back from his injury, still got a ways to go there. Avia picks up another knock. He is going to be on the bench as a last resort, but we probably won't use him. So we are a little bit light in terms of striking options, but Albertengo has been decent. He hasn't actually started many games, so hopefully as an advanced forward, which is probably more of his natural position than playing as a pressing forward where he's been deployed a lot, hopefully he can do well. But this is definitely a team I think we want to try and be getting a result against. They've picked up, well, I guess 4 points so far. We've picked up the 6. Obviously, we are they've added the point for the draw. That's currently happening. So we are off to a better start. And you would imagine Dortmund probably finish probably still a better side than Freiburg. I don't think there'd be too much difference there. And I thought we'd get a very early lead there as Trincao got on the end of a lovely pass, a lovely move from Darvic and co. But unfortunately, nothing came of it. We do get on to the corner. Trincao plays it out, but I think Trincao was offside when Darvic played the ball back to him. But I do think we can win this game, and I think that will put us on 9 points out of 5 games. That's a very good return. Three wins out of 5. Obviously, we only won the 1 last year, so we've already bettered what we're doing. So even though it feels like we might not be making too much progress, I think there is evidence to say we are making progress. I think how long we'll have to stay before we're really competing for to actually get anywhere close to winning the Champions League if we were to stay at this club, I think we're quite a ways off that. But you never know, you get a couple wonder kids in the door and things can change. I think we'd probably need we'd probably need a couple more wonder kids in the back line, maybe. But other than that, I think the squad's good. It's just we can't attract that absolute top upper echelon of players. So we need the players who are either not doing so well or are just young, and we need to develop them. So I do think, though, we can win this game. And I do think, though, we can, as I said, I do think, though, for the 4th time, we can qualify for the knockouts. And I think that would be quite an interesting thing to see how far we could go. Obviously, not qualifying at all so far last year. So that was a big disappointment. But it was our first season in the Champions League. So cut us a little bit of slack. Not a great game from some involved, but we'll keep going with it. I don't think there's too many options on the bench or any options on the bench, to be honest, that are better than what we're playing. So not everyone's had a great game, but we are, stats-wise, the better team so far. So maybe we should just trust the process and leave them on. Hate that phrase, but there you go. Freiburg get themselves trying to go forward from the throw-in. I mean, they've really offered very, very little. A draw isn't the end of the world, definitely not. It's at least a point, and I do think for us, it's always a point gained in these games. But I do think if we could get that goal, we would get the win because they don't seem to be offering much going forward. If we can just break the deadlock, I think we can get the 3 points. Darvic whips one in. Oh, Trincao's done really well to just arrive late for the header, but unfortunately can't keep it down. And he's not having a great game, Trincao, but I always back him to score, so I'm not going to take him off just yet. What I am going to do, though, is make the midfield a little bit more attack and focused by dropping Martin into a ball-winning role and bringing Nick Ullum on, who's definitely more forward-thinking, more attacking than Diaz. Diaz is much more of just an out-and-out defensive midfielder. Granheim is looking a little bit tired, as is Darvic, as is Trincao. So we probably need to make a few changes. Unfortunately, we just don't have many. Who do we take off? I guess we take off Trincao. I don't love it, but he's the only one. He's the one having the bad game. We don't really have any strikers. Avia's not fit, so we won't bring him on. So the rest of the boys will just have to see it out, unfortunately. Hopefully, Rash and Ullum, the homegrown boys, can provide a little bit of energy, but hopefully someone can just find a bit of quality to find the back of the net. We have got a highlight, though. Nick Ullum on the turn. Oh, I thought he'd put it in. It's just wide. It just wasn't good enough to go into the top corner. And with 10 minutes to go, I know he's not fully fit, but we're going to bring Avia on. We're going to risk it. We'll put him on the left. Darvic is very, very tired. I don't think we can do much else. We'll bring Lopez on as well and leave the rest. Hopefully get a little bit of pace on the right and left-hand side there. Hopefully get something from the game. Not long left now, though. Into added time. Looks like it is going to be a 0-0 draw. Not the best result, and I do think this is perhaps a missed opportunity. It's definitely a missed opportunity because we were the much better side. But unfortunately, I think just without Oyono, without Garçon, probably just missed that top quality striker to really finish it off. But I think as far as in terms of how we played, yeah, the much better side. So still a good result. We are 7 points from 5. 14th in the table, so we're looking good for qualification. We do have to remember there's other teams that haven't played, so we'll probably drop down a couple numbers. And then also we've really only got one more winnable game, which is against PAOK. So hopefully, or PAOK, I don't know how you meant to pronounce it, but hopefully we can get a result there. So We will play the PAOK game off camera. We'll obviously be progressing in the Cup off camera as well and in the league. And then I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Real Madrid Juventus, a big doubleheader in the next episode. So thank you for watching. Just a few games to play off camera, and then we'll come back for January and the big games in the Champions League. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the European Journeyman, and I'll see you all for more very soon.